Hello, Internet. Welcome back to No Bullshit. Brooks here. I'm back with Connor and Miguel. We just saw Gringo. It was a pretty fun time for a couple of us. We'll see what everyone thought about the movie. We're going to go over the trailers first, but let me first pass it off to my co-host here, Mr. Connor. What the fuck? What's up, dude?
How you guys doing? See, the cool part about this right now is I'm going to introduce myself post-watch of Gringo, but I'm also doing my intro for the What the Falk show this week. So here we go. Give me like 3 seconds of dramatic silence. This is What the Falk Show. Thanks for fucking listening. Whether it's through SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Pod Directory, a parent's phone, the text message I just sent you. Talk about movies, sports, mostly movies because of MoviePass, the unofficial sponsor of the What the Falk Show. Got us to see Gringo. We watched some Gringo with my 3 closest friends, Miguel and at Brooks Heatherly.
That's me.
But at No Bullshit on No Bullshit. He's also live streaming his episode right now on the at No Bullshit 2 YouTube channel.
We are
find
live.
Him on YouTube. Find him on Twitter, Brooks Heatherly. Thanks for fucking listening. Gringo, Charlize Theron, Joel Edgerton. Pretty awesome. We'll get into it later. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie overall, but I was saying I think we thought it was a good idea to talk about the trailers real quick.
Yeah,
there's some funny ones. I didn't expect them. The first one I remember, you're going to have to help me with the names, but there was that one, and it looked like it was American Pie, but with girls.
American Pie.
Well, the first trailer was Venom.
Venom's
trailer was Venom.
Yeah, I saw that one before. That was like, okay, I'm not super stoked.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, honestly. Like, I want to believe Tom Hardy can do no wrong, but like without Marvel backing it, it's a little scary because Sony, we've seen what they've done with the Marvel projects.
I think you're gonna know pretty quickly if Venom's gonna be good or not, and that's because they show us a full-on trailer
of Venom.
Because if they do, then it's not gonna be a very good movie.
Yeah, like depends on how they do the CGI a lot because
I don't
especially
like. Oh, sorry.
No, especially with Venom though, it's like his suit and stuff, the way it moves, like in the comics and the way it's all like gooey. Yeah. Like that's gonna need to be done really good.
I don't think it's gonna be most of the movie. It's probably only gonna be like a quarter of the movie, the last end.
Because who's he gonna fight? Because I mean, they're making an anti-hero. Right?
That's what I would do. I think that's what you would do too. If we're gonna do a good intro of that kind of character who's so divisive, like is he good? Is he bad? What is he like? You gotta do it right.
Well, I don't like how they moved it to San Francisco either. Like Eddie Brock was never in San Francisco.
San Fran is like the place now for movies, though.
It is
like
super hot right now.
Every rock disaster movie, like San Andreas, San Francisco, and then I think the new one when he's in the building with the
Skyscraper. Yeah, it's probably
dude. I saw that trailer on Death Wish, Skyscraper.
Yeah,
that shit looks so good.
I love me some rock. So I'll see it.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say this, and this is another tangent, but it's another trailer. So when I first watched the Skyscraper trailer, I legit for the at least 90% of the trailer, I thought it was gonna be Rampage.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like it was so funny because it's in the Skyscraper, and I'm like, well, I knew about Rampage before. I never heard of the Skyscraper movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Rampage had those animals and they climb buildings. And I'm like, oh, so they're just setting up the building a lot for this Rampage movie. And then at the end it says the title. I'm like, oh, this is a totally different movie. So but I still want to see it.
This is a lot of backstory to appreciate the building in the movie Rampage.
Yeah.
The employee. You get like a tower heist.
The building is the character.
They skip the animals.
We don't need to see animals, but.
It reminds you of Tower Heist, kind of an underrated Ben Stiller movie if you're like bored, like buying one of those 5 for $20 Blockbuster things back in the day. Kids listening now don't remember Blockbuster, but it used to be
Tower Heist,
where we bought a lot of our movies. Or Tower Heist.
Okay, so I think the main trailer was Venom, and then the other movie, I forgive me, I don't know the name.
Oh,
with the parents.
Blockers.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like an American Pie thing because it's like the girls saying they want to get laid.
Yeah.
But mostly it's from the parents' angle.
Yeah.
So it's like a twist on it.
The parents'
and I thought that one looked hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, the initial title was called Cockblocker, but they decided to change it for some reason.
Well, I think
because of the curse word, probably.
I think I talked about it a while ago, at least on the What the Falk Show, which is also this episode right now. You're on 2 listenings right now, so it might feel like, am I in America? Am I in Canada? Where am I? Am I in one country?
We're dual streaming, but shout out
2 American streams.
We got Americans watching too. We got Rat saying hi. We got Red19 say hi. No BS subject for today. We're talking about the movie trailers. We're gonna get to Gringo. Any other trailer thoughts before we jump?
Well, I Feel Pretty, which is gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining.
I think
Shallow Hal.
Well,
I saw you laughing, and I was like agreeing that it'll definitely have laughs. Like I watched other Amy Schumer movies, but I just can't stand.
Okay, what was your stance on Trainwreck? That was really the only. Okay.
John David 21, nice. Bullshit, love your channel. Thanks for coming.
We got Australia.
You're from Australia, dude. That's awesome because the movie we just watched, Gringo, had Charlize Theron, had Joel Edgerton, Nash Edgerton, also from Australia. So a lot of Australians
from South Africa.
Oh yeah.
But it was
no.
funny.
But didn't she spend time? Okay, maybe
it was funny though because they were both the main actors. This is one of the first things I noticed in Gringo. That's a good time to jump into it. Gringo, the movie, we watched it. I thought it was good. The two main actors though, it's like a South African and an Australian playing Americans.
Yes,
and they did good.
And then a British guy playing a Nigerian.
Yeah, he was the main actor.
And then a New Zealand, a South African, Charlton Copley, playing an American. So it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys though. I didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, are we getting into the actual review now?
Yeah,
I think we're there.
We're doing the review. Okay.
For sure.
No one wants to talk about the Amy Schumer movie. Like I Feel Pretty. Like
no.
I mean, I agree with you. I think it looks like it's gonna be like the female version of Shallow. So I mean,
I'll just tell you, when you're like 50 years old, you're gonna love that kind of movie because it's exactly you're like okay, switching and now it's Shallow Hal but a girl. So there's gonna be certain scenes that you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
They could be funny because you haven't seen them in a while. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like when you want Frosted Flakes instead of going for like Honey Bunches of Oats.
Okay, gotcha.
You know.
It's a store brand Frosted Flakes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like that generic.
Brand, not to the,
yeah. I think what I said, I think I told you when we saw the trailer too, is I would watch that movie at home, but I'm not gonna like go to the movies and like spend the time and everything just because like I can't. I think I hate Amy Schumer more though.
Yeah, no, I think you have personal. You hate women. Is that word?
Well, it's because she's Jewish.
Oh, that yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
She's too fat to be Jewish. Way too fat.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I thought Gringo was good. It was a good action and good story, like lots of characters. There's like so many layers.
Yeah.
And I thought it kept me guessing. But I will agree, it wasn't like perfect. Like I know Miguel was hating it, and I want to hear what you think because I think we both liked it, me and Con.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't like the best in the world. I think I'd still rate it like a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 on my hot take coming tomorrow on the nobullshit.com website.
This is what you're listening to, which is on What the Falk Show right now. They're listening to it, but it happened previously, just so you know.
Previously on the What the Falk Show.
Previously on the Falk Show. Watching Gringo. Gringo is basically, you've seen it, okay? You've seen a lot of Gringo. You have a wronged man, gets continued to get wronged by everyone, needs a chance, meets a nice, fresh-eyed girl out in a different country, and hilarity and drama ensues.
They were pointless characters. They added nothing to that character.
You're so negative on this.
Dude, I'm sorry. That movie lacked a lot of like key elements to a good movie. It didn't really go anywhere. You're right. You saw the idea before.
Yeah.
Like they give some of these characters like redeeming factors of a terrible character in the beginning. They try to redeem them, but then they just don't have a good ending to that.
What if I told you this, and really, if anybody's listening right now, they're going to appreciate this on YouTube. What if I told you this was actually the new reintroduced prequel movie to a Captain Ron? Okay, what if they're going to switch it up? David Oyelowo's going to take over Kurt Russell. He's not going to have any legs after having Harry's bar.
I like the shout out to Captain Ron. I would not really. Come on, Captain Ron
Harry.
Are you talking about a black Captain Ron?
Yeah, you know this
Black
movie.
Ron?
Black Ron. You know this movie I'm talking about, right? You know the Kurt Russell movie?
Yeah.
Childhood. Okay, good.
That's a classic comedy.
Yeah.
What if that was the prequel? That'd be awesome. You could really switch this up.
Are you saying that just because of that beach scene? You're like picturing
the way he ends. Like we don't know what happens there. He might have to deal with pirates in Mexico. People trying to, the liquor company or the permits. There's a lot that goes into owning a restaurant, man.
It's a lot of details. I don't think they worked all that out in the story. But shout out to John Davis who says who doesn't hate Amy Schumer. And then we also got a couple questions. Red says their mind's blown, which is nice. But I want to add John's question. He says, "Have you seen 3 Billboards?" That's that movie. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yes, I have seen
3 Billboards was great. And what did we say when we watched it? We're like, oh, Sam Rockwell's going to win an Oscar.
Yeah, we knew immediately. Yeah. His character is the most developed.
It's like about him. The movie is basically to have for this character to be that.
It may not be a typical straight 3-act movie.
Yeah,
but it's very more of a character study than it is about a true plot, like full, like 1-act, 2-act, 3-act.
I mean, it wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. I don't think the best
that's
movie.
why I didn't win the best picture.
The best movie usually for me doesn't win the Oscar any year. You know, for me, honestly, this last year, like in terms of pure enjoyment and happiness and what I wanted, like in my relative point of view, it's all different. Okay, I'm not saying it was academically great, but I'd say Logan, honestly, just for me, that was my favorite movie. It was the best for me of the year.
It deserved that.
I think I get what you're saying because I think what for me in my head, it's like there's a big difference between like the best movie or like specifically the best acting.
I know
between like your favorite movie and the favorite actor or like part. Because like I think I prefer a lot of the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
like a lot of like
Thor 3
like
is really
rock movies, Jumanji, like action stuff, comedy, even the new Jurassic World, Chris Pratt. Dreamy, Christian, America.
There you go.
But no, that's I do get what you're saying. I agree with that. That's why I don't like the Oscars much. I did a little video about it, And that's why I thought of this movie. That's a nice question.
Well,
Thanks for that.
Yeah, and the Oscars this year were
great
pretty
question.
cut and dry. We kind of had a feeling like what was going to win.
Well, I think that's what I want to say. Red 19 again, John Davis, 21 JD. Okay, for example, you shouldn't. Me doing a podcast, him doing his channel. We never should tell people, I think, what movie they should or shouldn't watch, because everybody watching a movie watches it for different reasons. You react to certain characters for different reasons, different storylines, because maybe you experience that or if you want to experience that. So for me to tell you that, oh, you're wrong to think a movie's good, like it should be whatever movie you think is going to be good. The Rock, an Australian Sam Rockwell movie or whatever. It doesn't have to be.
Tastes vary, and people look for different things.
Exactly.
Like, I think a lot of people. I think this room, we obviously like appreciate a lot of movies. I think specifically, if I was just to put a guess, it's like, we kind of like the big blockbuster popcorn movies.
Yeah,
like more fun. And then the
I think we call ourselves cinephiles. Cinephiles like everything. Like if you put a movie on in front of any of us, I think we'll sit down and watch it.
I think you understand cinephile. Like, what file of film are you about to watch almost right now? When I'm watching I Feel Pretty, Amy Schumer movie, like I'm not like expecting.
You keep coming back.
I'm just
saying, like that's a good. Okay, he's right. Like we can categorize that could be a great date movie. Yeah, that could be a movie you take to see with your girl. It's like. I'm sure there's certain times of the year that like those are appropriate movies.
Do you want to watch that Amy Schumer movie?
Choke is Sam Rockwell's best movie, dude.
Way to go.
John Davis,
great.
21.
Great.
Heck yeah.
Yes,
Choke
man.
is a great. Chuck Palahniuk.
Great Clark.
Dude, Choke. Great
Marvel.
call.
Shout out.
Are you guys going to start a podcast with movie talk? That'd be dope.
Well, Red 19, we have a pod. What the Falk Show. He comes on my at No Bullshit, Brooks. He comes on my show every week. We talk about different movies. So this actually does happen. Check me out at my WTF show. Yeah. I'm more on like SoundCloud audio stuff, but I have a YouTube channel which I got to update more. So I guess
we're going to get you into the
But we do this every week.
Boomer tech. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Choke is a great book too. He's right. Choke is
Chuck
awesome.
Palahniuk, man. That's
cool.
my favorite author.
Yeah. I love Choke. I love all the Palahniuk movies too.
Yeah.
I used to read those books back in the day. But let's get back to Gringo.
Yeah,
let's get back to the main movie and talk about just maybe the story. I think that we've said a lot about the cast, and we said we like the cast, and that's great. And I agree. I still think they rocked like watching the movie. They all did a good job. But I do agree with a lot of what Miguel was saying about the story, where they set up a lot of things, but they didn't go anywhere. It's like too many setups and too many characters.
Okay, I agree.
And the only one that kind of had that arc was the main guy, and I think that's fine. And normally it is, but there was a lot of things where I was just kind of like, why is Amanda Seyfried in there? Like I was just like some things going on.
There's certain side plots we don't want to spoil anything that like they're the reason why those characters ended there. But again, usually you put some characters in the movie like that to enhance the main character. Yeah. But they really didn't do anything for his character in this movie.
No,
other than like a few brief moments of like clarity. But I mean,
it's not the reason Miguel doesn't like. I'm going to be a movie doctor right now. I'm also a movie doctor on the What the Falk Show. Just so you know, the prescription for why you don't like Gringo, Miguel,
yes, sir,
is because you didn't like anybody in it, and the one guy you did like in it, you weren't very happy with his story. So that's it.
Well, no, I didn't mind. I like the main character, and I get the
halfway through the movie, you finally have someone you like and want to see their storyline, and then.
Yeah, and again, that's hard for me to care about these characters when they don't. There's no redeeming factors for any of them other than the main character. But it's even him. He gets dragged through the mud through the whole movie. It's like, well, that's what's the point of keeping his families down constantly?
We asking a rating here.
Yeah, they want a rating out of 10, which we'll get to soon. That's a great comment. Thomas Jefferson says we're late. Sorry about that. Says we should seriously do this more often with these guys. With these guys?
Yeah, these guys. What the Falk Show, Connor Falk, What the Falk, at No Bullshit, Brooke Show. We're just friends. So, dang, we got a guy, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson himself says Sam Rockwell is a fucking hack.
Oh, shots.
Wow.
I can see that,
Galaxy Quest,
I would ask him, Thomas Jefferson, is like, did you hate Charlie's Angels? Is that what it was? Because Charlie's Angels, he shouldn't have been in.
Oh, dude,
and it was like, Sam Rockwell be in this, and I feel like kind of forced it on us. So if I had only seen Charlie's Angels, I would think Sam Rockwell sucks too.
Dude, you know what I liked with him? Another one I just watched recently because I was like catching up on Marvel.
Yeah.
And he's in Iron Man 2.
They need to bring that character back, man.
Dude, that guy is awesome hilarious. Character. It was so funny because I watched it again and he forgets some of it, but like he's like tries to be like a Tony Stark.
Yeah,
and he has like his own convention.
So
he's like the evil, he's like an evil Tony Stark in a sense. Hammer.
It's so
Hammer
funny.
Industries.
But I think with the Gringo, it's the story, and then the persons in the movie, like the main guy, he's really good. But the other people, I don't know.
Well, Joel Edgerton, okay, let's just say it was almost unbelievable and like funny, but it's like, come on, no one would actually be like that. But Joel Edgerton probably plays.
I felt like humor was really.
I know, but I'm saying what I'm getting to is Joel Edgerton. I would say in a long time. Okay,
Yeah.
One of the best American asshole just doesn't give a shit performances in a long time.
I love
but
that,
like
dude.
so over the top that me in my life, like I would have already gotten a fight with this person. Like this guy would already got his ass beat in the street if he acted like this.
I work in an industry where I work with people like that.
I know those people, but they still don't act like that when they're in the office and on set. When they're like in the street or something and people are passing them on the 405 and shit, I'm just saying they have a different attitude a little bit, okay? The way he was acting, I was just like, dude, what a total douche. Like,
Dude,
unbelievable.
And I know one of the scenes you're talking about, I won't get specific, but I thought that too because there's this one part, you might remember, I think it was the basketball part.
Yeah.
And he just like, he's being an asshole and I'm cracking up. And then he's even more of an asshole. I was like, he kept going.
How
like, how did it get
this?
worse? It was so funny. It did start.
He was a garbage fire character.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
It was a good spot though. I think you're right. The comedy was harder on the beginning, but it kind of made sense and it was funny. It was just kind of like, I think it was kind of gimmicky movie too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
the story was kind of like it just kept flipping your expectations, which is good. But it was kind of when they kept doing that whole thing with the kidnapping, it's like it kept happening over and over. It was just like that kind of. It was like farcical.
This is a dark adult comedy action movie, so expect that. Get the Gringo. What was the one Gringo? The Mel Gibson movie. Awesome.
Yeah, get the Gringo.
Get the Gringo. Very similar movies.
Yeah,
really not
dark,
different.
Just dark comedy.
Yeah.
Really.
So if you're looking for that, here on the at No Bullshit 2 YouTube channel, the Brooks Headley Twitter, at the What the Falk Show, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Pod Directory. If you liked that kind of dark humor action movie, you're gonna like this movie.
I think the other Gringo one though is way better. Like
it is better because it's got Mel Gibson.
It's like grittier and
real.
It is a little grittier. I mean,
this one was like more like just kind of like comedic, like almost not realistic.
In that movie, Mel Gibson gets a side character, a little kid, and that gives him that redeeming quality. And like in this one, you don't get that. You don't get this redeeming quality for these characters. But
yeah, okay.
I don't repeat myself.
Okay, let me say this. Thomas Jefferson, I'm listening to what you're saying right now. It's a good point. That movie, Sam Rockwell, was a hit, man, and he's banging 20-something Annie Kendrick. Like, fucking right. Okay, I get that, dude. I get that. But see, the point of why it makes sense in that movie, what was it, Bullseye or something?
Mr. Right.
Mr. Right, is because she's like an assassin in her mind at the end. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, if you've seen, she has like assassin blood or something, so that's why it works. It's not like she's not a typical girl who works at like the greeting card store.
Yeah, quick side note.
That's all I would say if you watch the movie. Solid movie.
Well, a side note is like that's actually in the same universe as the movie American Ultra.
It is.
It's
that's a little too much info to drop on him though.
We need
Max Landis. He's a great writer.
This is this What the Falk Show, cinephile, hardcore, just movie to movie. We're dropping on these guys right
Sam
now.
Rockwell,
so if you guys like this, that's what we do on What the Falk Show.
We'll
hardcore.
save that for the Sam Rockwell podcast.
Yeah.
So end of the day, wrapping things up. They're asking for a rating. I think I said mine before. I can easily start. I did 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. Someone asked out of 10, obviously fractions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 3 out of 5. I like to do a 3 for a movie that I like. Give it a little room because I think a 2 is something I don't like, and a 4 is like I would have liked it more. This one was just right in the middle. Where
I like how that rhymes. It's 4
very simple.
More.
Very simple.
Yeah. So I got 3 out of 5. Whoever wants to go next.
Oh, I'll go next. I would give it a 4 out of 10. I think there's better movies that you can go see this weekend. Or you could just see, Game Night or Black Panther again. I just think there's better movies.
Okay, I've seen a lot of movies with you, man, and you were pouting. You're a grown man, and you were pouting. No. But I mean, that's how angry it made you, man. You were that angry and unhappy with this movie that you were like kicking your chair and shit. And he even said, he was like, we should have saw Hurricane Heist.
Yeah.
That's great. Should have saw Hurricane Heist.
Dude, I honestly want to see that. I don't know if it would be better, but I do want to see that. But what do you think Hurricane Heist is that like a Sharknado movie? Is it that far off?
It's the director of the first Fast and Furious movie, so
I'm just saying,
cars and hurricanes, man.
It's more legitimate.
That's how much you dislike that.
I like heist movies though.
A whole range of emotions. So it's not for everybody.
We'll save that for the heist movie podcast. We'll do a heist movie.
Sure.
One. Yeah. But did you do a rating?
6.2.
That's good. That's about what I said.
Yeah, certain parts are cool, and the way they played, the people who played douches in that movie was just kind of funny. They were such douches, and good collection of actors that I've seen in a lot of movies and appreciate. So here on the What the Falk Show and the No Bullshit stream, Brooks Headley stream, 6.2 for me.
That's good. Okay, a couple more questions, and I'll let you wrap up whatever you want to add to, Connor. But I think the last question I got, maybe 2 here. It says, what movie have you guys seen recently that is underrated or flown under the radar?
Can you go first, so I can think about it?
It's a DVD movie, not a movie in the theaters, but this movie called Brigsby Bear. It came out last year, and it's kind of an indie hit. Yeah. It's like Mark Hamill and I can't remember the guy's name from Saturday Night Live. but it's really a unique movie. It's like about this kid that's like kept in a bunker and he gets set free, and he's always watched this like kind of Barney character. It's really kooky, but I would definitely give it a chance if you like these kind of out there indie movies.
Yeah, Brigsby Bear it's got a lot of actors in it too. Greg Kinnear, Mark Hamill. So a lot of people.
Adam Sandberg.
Andy Samberg, yeah, he produced it, so solid. Do you have one you can go? Because I watched so many movies. It's like, what's worth?
I was just gonna say the last 2 movies I watched. I don't know if they're underrated, but I would definitely watch Jumanji. That's not underrated. That's been doing wildly good.
Yeah.
So Jumanji's good, but I think a lot of people might have overlooked it because they're like, oh, it's a reboot, it's a remake. They might not be into that.
It's a sequel.
But yeah, a sequel. And I think Jumanji, though, is hilarious. It's so well done. It's got Jack Black, Kevin Hart, so funny. But then another one, if you want something more like interesting or just kind of like more thinker, Downsizing is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend it like paying for the theater maybe, but if you can watch it at home, I think it's out on video soon. Downsizing is pretty good. It's like I think it's like a 2 out of 5 maybe, but it's underrated. It's worth a try.
Well, let me just say, Lobacha. The Mark Hamill one was Brigsby Bear. That was one of the movies Miguel said was actually pretty underrated and pretty solid. For me, I'm gonna here on the Falk Show. I just say fuck that. So I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna say my favorite TV show underrated that I've seen recently. I got 2. One
wild card.
One is Sense8. Split was awesome. Yeah, we saw Split right 19. That's a whole different.
Split is good, guys.
That's a whole other podcast.
Okay, we can go on Unbreakable. Oh my god, So
okay,
that's
two that I would say is Sense8 on Netflix. It's out there, but it's pretty solid.
Is that a show?
Show.
Yeah. Okay.
Done by the Matrix people, and then Preacher from on AMC, but it's on Hulu, so first season, so you might have access to it. Solid, man. I read one of the graphic novel books or comic books, whatever you call it, and it was solid, but it's legit. It's just it's adding.
I need to watch the rest of the season. I started the first season and it's really good.
Yeah, religion and business and like
Western
vampires and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Just
Sci-fi,
pretty. Seth Rogen. If you liked Future Man,
also
dude,
another.
If you liked Future Man,
yeah,
awesome.
I gotta finish both those shows.
This is cool, man. Because look at this guy. Okay, a little back again. Okay, thanks, man. Gonna watch that Brigsby Bear. That is awesome because. That's the whole reason I like doing the podcast is to recommend movies to people.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a very underrated movie.
Doing them live, right?
And that's actually that movie has heart.
Yeah,
that movie has redemption. Like that movie is
definitely gonna do this again. Good idea.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying we've been doing them anyway. Appreciate you guys tuning in. 7 people watching, 4 likes. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing more movies. We go almost every week.
Yeah,
whenever there's a good movie.
Yeah. Next week was Lara Croft.
Yeah, next week we got a good one, Tomb Raider. I think there's other ones lined up for the rest of the month. Like everything in March has a good movie. I can't think of the next week, but I know Ready Player One.
That's the week after.
Is coming later. So a lot of good stuff.
No, that's after Tomb Raider will be Ready Player One.
Tomb Raider. Okay, so that's the next one. Cool. So we got a lot of cool stuff. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna end the live stream here in a second. But any final thoughts, Gringo? Everybody?
Solid. Hey, good reviews though too. Yeah, definitely, guys. We're gonna do this again. What the Falk Show. Check that out too, because I'm gonna start doing this again too. So for sure.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah.
Thanks, Miguel. Thanks, Connor. Brooks signing off. We'll see you guys next time.